Engage. Hey, I'm Eric. I'm making a game. It's called the Godkiller. It is a 3D top-down puzzle-solving adventure game. This demo, I think I've got finally just a little bit of peace. I think I can finally settle into this. It's been a stressful week. The game doesn't stress me out. Everything else does. The game is wonderful. Let's see. I think I just broke something, actually, which is preventing me from demoing immediately. Let me just fix the compiler issue. Let's see, direction. And what did I call it? I called it road stair direction. Okay. Road stair direction. Alright. Man, this is a sweater thread type problem. Let's just comment things out instead of following the sweater thread. And then I think I've got a similar change to make in the bystander piece. This will be... Bear with me. I'm going to demo in just a moment. Just a moment. Just a tiny little cotton picking moment. Ooh. And I thought of the baggage that goes along with that phrase. Cotton picking. I don't even know if I said something unintentionally racist or not. It's hard to tell. Okay, is that good just to do my demo? Let's hope I didn't break anything. I'm just trying to give just a little demo. Then I'll get to actual work. Okay, now what? Now what? Okay. Yeah. Well, now. Can I build? I can build. Hopefully I didn't break anything. We'll see. Z! What's going on? Alright, so the thing I'm demoing, progress made yesterday. These folks are really following the lane now, even through some of the more interesting topologies. So I had some code. In some ways I'm going backwards to go forwards, because I had proper pathfinding working, but it had so many weird edge cases. I just thought up a much simpler algorithm that I think is going to serve me much better than the first one I came up with. So I'm kind of going backwards a little bit. The thing I'm concentrating on most recently is getting these creatures to follow the right lane despite twists and turns in the road and crosswalks and or crossroads. So this guy, he's gonna loop around at the end of here in a nice way. And here's the part I like. What does he do here? What does he do here? He keeps following the right lane up and back around. It's silly. I like silly. So I'm gonna take him on the full cycle. I want to see where he ends up at. There's all these other guys running around too. It's kind of like watching a foot race. It would, except they'd run into each other. So there is actually some kind of sanity to always staying on the right side of the road for them. When I need to have different creatures with different destinations going about their business to reach different areas of the level, they won't block each other. If they always follow the right lane, they won't get in each other's way. Okay, we've almost made the full loop. Here we are. So here's what I'm going to use this session to do. Right now, if I keep following this guy, he loops around. What I want him to do is just keep going up the stairs. Boom. That's it. Now there's something also kind of nice. Z, you're a math guy, you might appreciate this. The nature of these tiles is such that you lay them down and connect to each other. They naturally form like continuous paths that go through everything. Not naturally, implicitly, I guess is a better word. So with all the road tiles connected, if all the tiles, each one containing 2 lanes to it, are connected, there will be, this is maybe an assertion that could be disproven, but it seems to me there will always be one continuous path that goes all the way through every connected road tile. It would be easier to make them follow the right lane if the right lane itself was a different model. Not sure what you mean by model in that sentence. Alright. So now I'm going to get to working. So I was over here. I think this logic is still true, it's still what I want to do, but it just should be done a little bit differently. So we say if road stair direction Yeah, actually, yeah. Actually, I think you are right. Yeah. So the thing is, there's 2 problems to solve here. So if we had some tiles, and some were left lane tiles and some were right lane tiles, that would have been easier to code. I totally agree with that. Except that. No, okay, yeah. Anyways, I keep thinking of edge cases and stuff and complicating it. But the other thing that I have to do is well, in the game hierarchy, the hierarchy of objects that are used up over here, there's also quite a bit of code that it does auto tiling. Like stuff like this, where it picks the right depiction of the road depending on what position you're in. And that code kind of is easier to write if you've just got one tile that's visually correct. And that code tends to think like it's better to have big 2x2 tiles to make the right visual selection. But say we threw that out. Say that we said this is the right lane and this is the left lane. There's another feature of this topology which is kind of neat. Any square could be both a right lane and a left lane. You could be traveling in one direction on it, and then wait a minute, what am I saying exactly? It's like you're going right here, and it is the right lane, but only because you're moving east. Like if you're moving west, it would be left lane if you were here. But no, you could still do something like what you're talking about, though. I shouldn't be quibbling because I think your basic idea is correct. That invisible object, that's a valid approach too. I chose to do some analysis at pre-processing time. I just said that there's an implied edge. So that invisible object that you described, I used some logic to analyze things and just sort of implied that there is an edge here based on whether there's a road here or not a road here, stuff like that. The invisible object idea, I've also used that in other places though. So I've got, yeah, but I'm saying, you know, it's actually a valid solution that you propose. I just happen to do it a different way. But these other objects, rails, they use exactly what you described. So in these ones, there's these variables here that set up a data structure of edges, and they say, like, you know, where is this invisible obstacle that you're talking about. All right, let's get them going up the steps. So let me think. How do I know when I've left the steps? I don't even have to check that I've left the steps. I can just check for another road piece, because at the end of the steps there'll be a road piece. That'll tell me that I've left the steps. Okay. So I will need that. Yeah, so there's some data structures. I call it a board, and the board has got kind of like a chessboard. It's got like pieces on it. It can be it's squares, but pieces can be lots of different things. And there's at each square there's 2 layers, so you can or 2 types. There's like a M or an O type. So it's sort of like if you had a chessboard, you could have 2 pieces on each square. I don't need this. I'll just yank that out. Okay, so we say this, then that means road stair direction equals direction done. Okay. This might be a quick feature ad. We'll see how it goes. I'd love it if I could just knock this one out quick and move on to the next thing. Oh, I know why it said that. So this needs to be a ref so I can change it. Okay. And I like to put things that I'm going to change at the end of my function. So let's stick with that. That will cause some other compilation errors. That was a simple enough change that I think I'll just try it. I'm going to run it in the debugger first. Which is a little bit nuts, but oh well. I'll turn off maximize on play. That's how I'll be a little more responsible. So I can see my console if there's some errors that come up. Can't be a total wild man. Nope, he didn't go up. Let me think about that. Why wouldn't he? I know why. Because that lane direction thing is still saying it's the end of the road. You gotta turn around. That's overriding anything that would start him up the steps. Okay, not done yet. Not done yet. Gotta think about this. So this is my code that's looking at all the edges, but it doesn't have enough information to say, yeah, but there's stairs there. So a thing I could do is get all the stair landings. I've got some ways of retrieving all the stair landings. Pass them in. Okay, this is going to need a pocket design. No, I don't want to see that. Okay. So we say lane map will there is no lane map anymore. Okay, pass stair entry squares to this guy. That would work. Is there any refinement to that approach to make, or a different way? I'll write one junky way just to keep my brain going. Do a heights check. Square. I don't think this is that important. It's more work. What else? What else? know if it is more work though. Yeah, it might actually be a pretty decent idea. Okay. I'm gonna get myself a glass of water so I can beat these hiccups. Nah, it's the weekend. I think I'll make it a root beer. Okay. It's weird how I can miss that there's actually something kind of substantial to do. Felt like I had everything just ready to go, and then, oh, wait, no. Alright, so let's start eliminating options. Number 2, it's no good. It will mean I'll be moving up and down things that aren't actually stairs. Number 3, it is like a worse version of number 4. Like if I was gonna do number 3, if that seemed better than the other options, then 4 would be better than 3. It's a little less work. One or 1B, I can pick one of the two out of those. The only thing my little brain is fussing with between those two is passing in a game object into my pure logic world of the roadmap. I don't think it's that important whether I do that, because it's editor code and it's only going to use I'm picturing that code and that's going to bother me. So 1B out of the 2 is the better one. So I'll consolidate those. Okay. So between number 1 and number 4, I think the trickiest part of number 4 is this one right here. So let me just add this minus extra work to figure out stair pieces from game object. But let me think, if I did do that, how would I do it? Let's say could add some hints in the game object. It would suck though if I did, because the main thing is that I would want to learn is which direction is up or down. Like is the lower part of the stair on the west landing or the east? If I added hints to it, it'd be a property like stair landing is west, but by doing that it would make it so I can't easily, while I'm trying to model the level, rotate the stairs, because then I would also have one extra step of always setting the direction. So that would not be a good solution, to have the hints of the stair direction inside of a component. So if I reject that, then that means I'd have to do some other analysis. I could put like a marker game object that marked. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So inside of a stair prefab, Now I'm starting to like it. This one's like a legit new solution. So let's do number 5. Inside of a stair prefab, 2 empty game objects. I'll say inside of a road stair prefab, 2 empty game objects that mark landing entry squares. Okay. Oh, now it's starting to get good. Okay. Landing entry squares are at the same height as landing, so they don't cause extra board storage. Oh, I'm glad I kept thinking. This is like vastly superior to the other solutions. Let's call it stair landing discovery. I already have some things called stair landing, so let's call it stair, or let's call it road stair entry discovery. Road stair entrance. Okay. I think I've got something also that removes game objects if they're marked as editor. Let me see what that code is. Oh god, how am I going to find that with editor? That's way too many matches. What would that be? Main object, I think. Yeah, destroy editor only objects. Okay. You just would not believe how close the airplanes fly by me. I do need to get some kind of camera so I can show it. Okay, so it's got the tag editor only. It'll get removed. I also use the tags for discovery. I could add it here as well. Okay, so let's go back to, where was I at? React Util. Roadmap, there we go. Yeah, probably doesn't matter. Let it be. Let it be. Can optimize that shit later. Okay, so once I've got that, then edge check eval looks for a lack of a road piece or a road stair piece. Let's see, not road stair piece, road stair entry piece. I think this is it. This is it right here. It's fast, it's clean. I think it's the way to do it. Okay. Oh, I don't even need this. I can use simple piece discovery. Okay. Let's just delete this. Let's get my road stairs fixed. Am I already using stair landing? I don't think I am. I am not. Okay, I'll just reuse that. Except this thing is going to use that, so let's go fix that. But I still need stair landings, so I should leave that alone. Never mind. Let's go back to my road stairs. Oh no, here's the tricky part though. If I got this rotated different ways, it'll mean that the right lane is in a different place. Is that true though? No, it's not true. That's not true. I take it back. Okay. Oh no, but another thing. Stairs don't always have they're not always made up. The whole entire stairway from landing to landing is not always made up of one piece. So if I've got these entry squares in there, in the middle sections of one long flight of stairs, I'll be creating extra usage of these expensive data structures. And that was one of the big advantages of the data structures I chose, is that I could have really vertical levels and not have to worry about a huge amount of board storage to track it all. Okay. So I've already got these things called landings. Yank that. Yank that. Can I just reuse the landings? Because I was interested in I was already going to use the stair landings to mark the bottom and top of the stairs. They will always be in a certain location. If I go check for stair landings here, for example, I can see I've got one down here. Got another one up here. Okay, I think that is the way to go. Let me think about how to combine that with my previous idea. So we say inside of stair landing prefab, one empty maybe there's a way to automate it. This positioning thing. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm already kind of manually futzing with the stair landing prefab, so I might as well. Okay. So then, if I look at my stair landings, okay, so there's one there. Let's take a look at the next one. There we go. So I'm just marking the entry square if I'm going to go down. That one's already set correctly. Whoa. This one up here, I don't know if it is set correctly. It's kind of weird to me that it does this loop here. The whole point of having the stair landing initially was just to get the road tiling to do a, not a loop at the end, but a straight thing like the road's continuing. I'm not sure why that's off like that. Over here it's fine. Oh, maybe I've got an extra? Is that what's up? Say I go like this. I go. Well, that works. Well, that's a cheap way to fix it. That might have been what happened over here. If I take this, move it out, come back. No? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Let's go ahead and leave it broken. Just so I don't fool myself to think. See, now it's fine. Wait a minute. No. Grab the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Ah, there we go. There's a stair landing 3, stair landing 2. I mean, I know it populates the stair map correctly when I was doing that. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. The Y is on the wrong place. Maybe that's it. That's it. That was what it was. Okay, cool. Jet Boy, good to see you. Oh, how's your weekend going? Dude, you're always annoyed at your school. You're in a battle with them. It sounds like. I don't know what's going on with your school. Just to amuse myself. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a little world. Schools. It's a small world inside of the bigger world. So I didn't really enjoy high school until I kind of like started seeing my way out of it and what was coming after. And then it was like, it's just this place I'm at. It's my tool. It's for me. It's, you know, the thing is, it's set up as a system that you're inside of, that everyone else has constructed for you to be inside of. And I don't know, you're like 11th grade. It's not like you're all impressed with the school and what they set up. But my point is, like, there's usually some kind of value there to get. It's just like, if you go to college. Oh shit, man! I'm talking past you a little bit. I see you got some stuff there. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm in such a hurry to like say advice and stuff like that. I shouldn't be, particularly when, you know, you don't get to say your whole situation real clearly because, you know, I'm talking blah 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 blah, and you type in a few things. Yeah. It sounds rough. It sounds rough. I don't know, but you know about Stoicism? It's just I won't give you the whole big long ass Stoicism talk. You can look it up, but it's just the basic principle is this. There's a whole bunch of shit that other people are doing that's gonna bother you, but you're actually in control of whether you're bothered by it or not. I'm not saying that solves everything for you or anything like that, but it is powerful stuff. If you can find a way to flip it. I know it's hard because you're inside this kind of place. It's mandatory for you to go there. Everything's set up when you go into that place. You got to do things a certain way. But if you can somehow see that place as a tool for yourself, despite like all the screwed up parts of it, it can be a lot better. So for me, a whole bunch of kind of classes I hated, was very impatient with the school I was in, maybe similar to how you feel. But then when I started seeing there was some parts of it that were actually pretty good, and saw how I could use them to help me get to a better place, then it was more enjoyable. And I saw the world opening up outside of the boundaries of the school, and it was more like, I'm going to get ready to be in the place after this sort of limbo that I'm in now, high school, Anyways, Stoicism, it's good stuff. Let's see if I can get this guy going. The thing is, too, you might be completely right. You might be completely right about the school sucking and being bad, and then people working against you. Then you gotta say, what am I going to do about that? What am I going to do with that situation? How am I going to react to all the stuff that's messing me up? Anyways, wish you luck, buddy. Let's see. And my stuff might be way too simple, but just a hint. It may work for you, may not. Okay, so if we get stair landing. Okay, so that's going to give me the entry points of my stairs, the stair entrance. And it looks like I didn't do a complete job of setting those up. Call this yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't know a lot about autism. I've got, I've got one friend of mine, and she's pretty high functioning. She's like I mean, actually, now I think about it, I've got friends at different parts of the spectrum. You know, there's like kind of Asperger's, and then there's got a couple friends that are just like Asperger's. I think I might have like a tiny. I might be like just barely on the spectrum or something. I don't know. I had some friends with Asperger's, and they said, you know, you might be also, and just they were just like, you know, noticing my own behavior. Asperger's. Or maybe, okay, yeah. So my friends that have Asperger's, and who knows, I might have like a bit of it too. I think one thing about both of them is that they had troubles throughout their life with it, but they did a lot of cool shit. And that's one thing that helps too, is kind of putting your energy into something that I don't want to give a lot of advice here. I'm just talking about what, you know, what my friends, what their life was like. They would put a lot of their energy into different passions of theirs. So one of my friends, you know, she's a musician. Actually, both of them are musicians. You know, they've got the other one. She's a mathematician, like real high level mathematician. She writes papers, has a doctorate, stuff like that. Talks at conferences. Yeah. So, you know, it tends to be at that end of the spectrum that some doors open wide for you. They're hard for, you know, quote unquote normal people to go through. It sounds like you're pretty high functioning. Sounds like there's some things that you look at that look pretty easy for you, but they're not easy for other people. But then conversely, you know, maybe there's some stuff that bothers you more than, you know, somebody who's not on the spectrum. So it's like a blessing and a curse. It can be, you know. But also like my two friends that had Asperger's, or they have Asperger's, I think they had a lot of rough periods early on in their life, and it got a lot better. And part of it is, I mean, when you're young, you got like extra hormones and shit running around in you, and it kind of like jacks everything up, makes it turns the volume up and everything. Second thing is you just kind of learn to cope with all these things. When you say languages, you mean computer language, or you mean like you know, like human languages or verbal languages? Okay, you know, verbal languages then. Yeah. So I don't know, man. You're gonna. It sounds like you're gonna have some doors that are a little hard to open, and others that are open easily for you. You know, strengths and weaknesses. And yeah. I don't know. It's going to be tough, but there's some rewards there too. I don't know your whole life, and I don't know all the struggles that you've got. But yeah, I just tell you what I know. It gets better. It should get better. Think about what you can do with your own reactions to problems that you can't control. You know, that's the thing. I still have to do that all the time. I'm an old fuck. I'm 47, and I have to keep telling myself every friggin' week to control my reactions to things I can't control. So, I'll give you an example. Yeah, my friend who's the mathematician, also bipolar, manic and depressive states. So example of something I can't control is somebody broke into my car. That same night that we just were talking, and God, it made me angry. And the part that bothered me the most was I can't really control it. So I can fix the broken window. I can clean up the glass. And then like that same guy is going to come by, or a different guy, different night, smash the window in again, looking for something else. So just thought about it a little bit, and I'm just trying to control my reactions to these things so that I can get through life a little bit more easily. I did something kind of stupid on that night. I went out for like walking around in the near neighborhood and yelling. It was really dumb. It's really dumb. I don't always take my own advice. It's kind of a struggle. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's rough, and that really. So with bipolar, yeah, I mean you'll probably need medications, and you'll want the advice of a doctor on that. I don't want to say anything that sounds like advice around that. Yeah, but I just want to let you know that other people probably people I know have had really similar starting conditions to what you're talking about, and have had great lives. So I don't want you to give up hope on that. That's good. That's good. You're seeing the doctor and therapist. All right, Jet Boy. I'm not ignoring you or anything like that, but I'm going to try to get a little bit of work done. Not kicking you out. Nothing like that. Feel free to hang out. Yeah, a little bit heavy. It's all right. But please, still yes, do hang out. And I might just like focus on my work just a little bit. Hey, Drifter. Diablo 3. Oh, Drifter, what's going on? Yeah, see if I can get these guys going up and down steps again. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, this week's been a killer for me, but I'm looking forward to just getting deep into my own projects over the weekend. A little bit tonight, and go hard next couple of days. That's gonna be fun. Logic. Let's see, where is that going to be at? Pieces. Let me start adding. Let's see. Road, stair, entry, piece. Okay, this one just needs a bare minimum of stuff in it. Cool. That might actually be all I need. Let's see. Take a look at a comparable piece. That's a good thing to add in. Yeah. Get serializable. Go into the board loader. And a little bit of glue here. Let's see. Do rid of that, I think. Okay. Okay, so here I'm getting all the edges. So I need to extend this a little bit. It is running so slow and I don't know why. I think it's time to close a whole bunch of stuff down and figure out what's going on with that. I suppose I could look at the activity monitor. I always say when I look at the activity monitor it's going to tell me something good, and yet when I do that I usually see something kind of garbagey. Okay, that didn't work. That was bad. But let me just... What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on with the activity? Is that Unity Hub? Is that what's all the CPU? No, it's Unity. Alright, let's just close down some shit. Mess around the manage types. Yeah. That's a reasonable idea. 258 messages. Not too large. I gotta admit, I'm not great at interpreting this activity monitor thing. I know something is slowing things down, but then I look at it, it says percentage of CPU. This thing is taking up percentage of CPU. It does seem like, okay, Unity's, it was up to 100, it went down. There's the CPU load. So it was high up here. I don't know if it was like stalling everything high, but okay, I got idle time, I guess. This is, I guess it's not that unclear what's going on. The thing that always bugs me is when there's some that's a good thought. I don't know of anything like that, but what Unity decides to do is a little bit of a black box. I know they've got turned off the thing where it automatically generates the lighting, which will definitely sometimes take the CPU for a ride. Yeah, it seems like it's back to normal. If I see it happen again, I'll try other stuff. First thing though is I've got some syntax errors, or not syntax errors, logic errors. So generate the roadmap. Lots of errors. Yeah. Let's see, what does this complain about though? Yeah, I'll see if it starts up again. Right now it seems to be behaving. I'll take note if it starts up again, the slowness. Problem adding. What did it say? Yeah, what I was going to say earlier is, I got distracted, was the thing that always bugs me is when I see some weird little thing in here, like say it might be Adobe IPC broker. That one actually is not so bad, because I'm pretty sure that would have to do with a certain set of apps, but there'll be something a little bit cryptic, or general, even user event agent, I don't know. And then I go Google it, and it doesn't tell me anything about what it is, and I'm just sort of left in the dark, which is some mysterious function of my OS. And there are like a ton of little agents and stuff in here, you know. What the hell is escrow security alert? I don't know. It would take so much work for me to figure out what all these things were doing. It does kind of bother me a little bit. There's so many of them. But, alright. So this seems to... Yeah, I know. The thing I get the grouchiest about is like anything related to iTunes. It's like, I've tried to uninstall it so many times. What did it complain about? Alright, let me get my attention span going again. Find and add pieces. Okay. So it probably didn't like this new thing I added. There's some other problem. With it getting to here. Alright, let's just step through it. See what the hell. Oh, you mean Windows doesn't have the blue screen of death anymore? Oh, it does. Okay. I never was that bothered by the blue screen of death as other people. I've heard like quite a few rants from people about why does it have to go back to DOS mode to show that? I mean, if it goes back to DOS mode or character-based display, it just means that that's not the root of the problem. That's only the display of the problem. Okay, so let's go debugger on this. Yeah. Really? What's oh. So it just doesn't like. I probably got this. It's not. Okay. Spending too much time wondering about things that are obvious. So let's go to. It's probably not called stair entry. What is it called? Stair entrance. Okay. Let's be consistent. Let's be consistent. Being consistent. Yeah, there's that old quote, consistency, the hobgoblin of little minds, or something like that. If we could only be consistent. Oh, I never knew I could do this. This is kind of cool. So, okay, here's a nice IDE feature. You do like the search outside of the other file, and you have another editor. So I can just kind of fix the occurrences of that thing there, and then go back to my normal screen. I don't know. It was kind of nice. I understand it could be done other ways, but it was done pretty good. All right. Yeah, it's a little hard to trust the global search and replace sometimes. Depends what you're doing, but okay, let's see. Did I fix it? Did I fix it? No? Okay. No problem. I'm guessing that correct class name was null. Let's take a look. Or I set it to the wrong thing. That's more likely. No, that looks right. Oh, wood stair entrance piece. I'll try that. Appeared to work. Yeah. I can see the arrows. They say go up the stairs, go right up. And at the top, they say go right down. That looks right. That looks right. Let us try it, but I have to contrive it to generate the pre-processing data. Edit that. Okay. Now that's taking a long time. It doesn't usually take that long. I might just restart Unity after this. Okay, so I saved it. Okay. And let's play again. Or that's taking a long time. The organizing scene should not take that long. I mean, it's all Unity. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Are we going up the stairs? Nope, not yet. Okay. So he turned around down there. I don't want to know why, but like you said, restart. Let's do that first. I feel like I was in those days, but I guess defined constantly. It felt that way last year. It does feel better now. did get my project completely, well, I shouldn't say completely, corrupted enough that it made me rebuild it as a new project, which ended up being a decent house cleaning exercise. Oh yeah, well that's enough to make you go handmade. That's probably why you're a handmaiden. A good nickname for the handmade people, handmaidens. All right, so yeah, I remember the mono editor. I don't even like the Visual Studio editor. I was so happy to switch over to Writer. I do like the Visual Studio IDE for JavaScript. That's the preferred tool on my team. But god damn, I hate it for Unity. It's just so much swearing has come out of my mouth towards that piece of software. So much yelling at members of a team I will never meet on this stream. And then feeling bad like I was insulting them or something. These imaginary people. So, taking out sailing. I'm not sure I get that, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Where's the break point that I want to set? When he gets to here, why does he not go here? That would be. Oh, wait, I'll get him lined up right there before I set the break point. Okay. So I feel pretty good about the pre-proc data that I saved, because I saw it all in front of me with the arrows, and the arrows were pointing up the stairs, so there's probably something in his walking logic that's not taking advantage of it. Oh, I gotcha. I've heard that before. Taking up sailing. Yeah. Okay. I hadn't heard the taking up sailing, but talk like a sailor. Yeah. That is consistent across the border. Okay, so there it's playing. Let's get him set up. This is the point. Okay, so I think there will be an O piece. I think it will be a road piece. It's okay for the roadster direction to get set there. Here's where I think it should be returning west, and I suspect it's not. Right. So if the lane direction isn't set, right, no, it is saying west. It's got west. So good for it. Good job. Okay, so that should take it west. Okay. And then I attempt walking west. How many deltas I got? Just one, right? Yeah. It says go west. I'm returning. Yeah, he should go up on the steps. Let me see if he actually does. I feel like he's going to now. It feels like he must go up the steps. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What's this other one? Oh, there's a million of these. I'm actually lucky that the first one was the brawler. So I was going to call this so many times. This is all the bystanders. There's so many of them. Yeah, I'm lucky the first one was the brawler. Okay, he's on the step. Cool. Okay, should keep going. Oh, you're coming back down. Why would you come back down? Oh, my stair continuance logic must not be working. Okay, so now he's gonna... Yeah, so this is like the no free will portion of it. I mean, it's all deterministic, but he wants to move towards me, but if he's on the road and he's not at the crosswalk, well, right now, basically if he's on the road, it should never come down to here, which is where he starts tracking me and beelining. So I think I'll wait for him to come back around. But the thing that should happen is oh, I'm missing the thing that sets road stair direction, I think. Is that true? Yeah, okay. That's it. That's all it is. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be fine. So I can get it from here. I might as well just set it like this for now. If this works, then I've got some naming changes to make, but let's just see if it works first. Name. Okay. So let me think about this before I try it. So first he's on the road. Road stair direction is going to get set to none no matter what. Then I set road stair direction, which I'll probably rename to like last road direction or something like that. Okay. That'll get set to his direction of travel. Then here, we'll still have the direction set. So I could do a couple different ways. I think this will work though. I'll refine it after I've got it working. trying to learn from the drifter. Oh, that was a good fast start. Didn't do the whole organized scene, wait for everything. Okay. So restarting Unity did seem to get past that one issue. That's right. Get to follow my new friend around here. Man, I love watching those little guys run around far below. Yeah, it's making me happy. I think by the end of this weekend, I'm going to have roads done. Actually, this is a very long route now. So it's an interesting property of these 2x2 tiles that if they're connected, there is a path, kind of like a Mobius strip, where it will eventually hit every single point in the road, every single square in the road. It'll eventually get there, which is kind of fun. So these guys should also go up the stairs. Let me see if they do. I'm just waiting for some of them to go the other direction. There's got to be some. Here we go. Oh, that's the brawler. Yeah, I call them bystanders. They're sort of like your basic NPC type character. They won't attack, but they might do things story-wise or be there for ambience. So I'm kind of wondering what, because I just hypothesized or made a little theorem that they're going to hit every square. I haven't seen any bystanders go up the steps yet, so I'm wondering where they're heading around to. It really is kind of nice in a Toy Train's way to see all these little dudes running around on tracks. Okay. I think I have to take it back. I think they're not all the way connected to every single square. Yeah. What do you think about that? So this one, okay. Yeah, okay, they're two disconnected tracks. They are always continuous. I guess I can say that. If you have connected tracks, there's always going to be a loop wherever you're at. Yeah, it's okay. I just thought I was clever and coming up with some universal truth that every single point's going to be reachable from a connected track, but I was wrong about that. It is true, though, that if you have all connected tiles, that each point in the road will be part of a loop. So that is kind of neat. It's kind of nice for making traffic patterns really easily. Like if you just want to have a city that seems like it's a hop in place, just throw some roads down and put people on the roads and they'll just go around circles and look busy. Okay. I think I'm getting close to the end of the session. I'm thinking about, is there anything else I want to do to put the cherry on the top? Yeah, actually, these crosswalks are meant to have a purpose like that. And the thing I've got two potential algorithms to use. The one that I'm enamored with is that the crosswalk would contain instructions to reach any other square in the level. So like once you get to a crosswalk, then whatever your destination or goal is as a creature, the crosswalk would just sort of have written with its data structures, here's how you get there. So then when people get on the road, they tend to like follow the road. And but when they get to the crosswalk, that's their decision time, I guess, where they seem to have movement that matches their purpose, as opposed to just following the rules of the lanes. The other algorithm that's like a slightly different version of that is I might say, let's take you to the crosswalk that's closest to your goal, and just have you fend for yourself after you leave the crosswalk. I don't necessarily want the best or smartest algorithm, because for gameplay in this type of game, it's good for the movements of the creatures to be predictable. It's just more enjoyable to play with them as predictable entities. It's like a big game design philosophy with Drawd and stepping games that I choose to carry over. Yeah, as the game designer, you can plan out the puzzles based on those movements. As a game player, you can feel some joy out of making sense out of all the patterns. So if a game player can kind of look at this board and say they're all going to come out right here, then that's more fun than having some inscrutable but more clever pathfinding. Okay, I think I'll just do a little bit of cleanup on the code, because I don't like some aspects of what I just wrote. I think that'll be a session after that. So the thing I don't like is that this is called road stair direction, but I've now changed the thank you. I've now changed the purpose of it, so it's just like the last thing that you last direction you took. So let me think about that. For crosswalks, how am I going to do those? I've got this one mode that just says after you leave the road, keep going in the last direction you traveled. But when I have crosswalks, they're going to point the piece to move off of the crosswalk, and then the current logic that's there would just tell them keep going, even when they should do something else. Say if next square after stepping yeah, there's that one. A lot of typing to figure out something kind of simple. Yeah, this kind of technique, sometimes it yields wonderful results and other times it's bureaucratic. Right now it's a little bureaucratic. Yes, definitely. I thought about putting a whiteboard in the room with me, but the problem with that whiteboard, this room here, it's my room, in my house, and yet, because of COVID, and I'm not complaining about my situation. It's all relative, you know. It's like somebody else having a much harder time than me. But this room has sort of become like a an extension of the company that I work for at the day job. And to put like extra stuff in it that reminds me of working back at the office, it feels like an infliction. So I got a little bit of an association with that whiteboard, even though it is a useful thing for me. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing something too with a colored LED light. And as soon as I'm off day job work, flip on this, like blue tinted light or red tinted or something, and maybe that in my head will give me an association. Like, now this room is a different room. It's your room. It's not the company's room. So if you see me on the stream later and everything's tinted a little bit red, that's what I did. Yep. But that's the one of the trade-offs for the work from home life that no one's thinking about compensating anyone for. It's like, you have taken part of your home and you've made it into a place where you can do this work for another company. It's not a small thing to give that up. Yeah, just some cues, like this is now a different room. If you've ever seen like a Japanese, their main room, the masters of that shit, like that same room is where they sleep, eat, etc. Gets transformed. Take all the tatamis and take those little pillows and padding up and pack them off to the side, But yeah, you're right. There could be other cues besides light. It just seemed like light might be kind of powerful. So I thought I might try like a little $20 light. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I've never been like a knick-knack toy guy, but like to the point where, like, if I get a gift, like at Christmas or something, I'll end up like quietly throwing it away. but something like that. Yeah. Alright, so if I'm gonna check for the next square, then let's do this. Better would be, let's just ref road steer direction. Okay, and that would, okay. So you got to be on the road first before road steer direction can be set. No, it is actually specific to this. So let's see if that. gets trickier though, because I've got the road stair piece, or the stair entry piece, just beneath where the moving piece would end up at, so I won't be able to get it that way. Okay. So would enter stairs equals I just gotta write this function. Might as well do this here too. Let's see what delta. Lord. Get. Alright, let's see if I regressed. If I did not regress, then I will have made a more compatible with my future plans version of the same logic. Let's go big. Let's maximize. Are you still coming up the steps? Good. Alright, no regressions. This is my victory lap. And then I will end the stream pretty shortly, Drifter. Always like to end on a good note. Alright, that seems to work. Alright. Happiness. Things were slightly hard. Then they got done. Always gives a little dopamine burst in my brain. Make me feel good. Drifter. I'm going to drift off myself. Thanks for joining. Anybody else who's still on, thanks also. Stop in the stream. Have an awesome weekend.